Hello, Mr. Michael McCrudden.
What a day we've had.
It's been what a day, I mean, we've been talking about this for a little bit. Last time I saw you was 2 years ago, so lots changed.
I think I've lost weight. I saw the photo and I was like, I'm looking a little better, under way less stress.
Yeah.
So this has been things have changed, but it was a very cool day.
Well, the last time I talked to you, you were inside your own studio and stuff like that. So I mean,
Yeah.
back in Toronto. So
I know. We obviously behind the camera. We've hung out the whole day, so I've told you some of the stressors I was under.
Yeah.
Making a lot of money, but spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
I had this massive Instagram account. It got hit with the same lawsuit Kanye West's under. The paparazzi essentially they sue you, whatever.
Yeah.
But I just kept getting hit by cannonballs and burning myself out, just working, no life, no family, not taking care of myself. So now I have a lot more of that.
Yep.
And a lot more days in the pool.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So congrats. I mean, like I said, you have I didn't say this, but you have your own home studio now, which is great. Which you can work from home, which just makes it just a lot easier for you to just, let's say, get out of bed, come down, say, I want to film a few videos, and now here you are.
I've had some big viral videos come out of this basement. The cop girl, the girl who hooked up with everyone at her Tennessee police.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
She
I remember that.
She paid a good chunk of my mortgage.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I have a few questions to ask you, which they're going to be very generic. I use ChatGPT to just let you know, because I couldn't think of anything off the top of the dome right now, but then we'll get into some other questions or just talk about our day that we had. So basically, this is what inspired you to start before they were famous?
Right. Yeah, now I kind of look at it all in the rear view, because it's kind of like a show we saw today. I have other people hosting it, which I've always dabbled in, but I'm really pretty removed now from the day. I pick the topic still, but I'm not really in the trenches. Yep. But starting it out, I remember I had a hard go of breaking into show business, and I think a lot of it had to do with being in Canada.
Yep.
But I would be mowing lawns, and I'm like, one day I'm going to make it, and someone's going to tell the story of Michael McCrudden's hardships of mowing lawns or not having gas money.
Their own before they were famous, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I was thinking someone will have to do that for me. Yeah. And then when I saw the potential of YouTube and all the people becoming famous, I'm like, geez, if I do that for everyone else, it'll become a vehicle to make me rich and famous, and then I can pursue other ambitions.
Yeah.
I'd like to be in a movie now. I don't know if I really want to host before they're famous anymore,
Yeah, no, I get it. So that's kind of what led you to becoming, or to inspire you to start before they were famous, you know what I mean? Just to, but for instance, how did you get into this whole talk show? Not a talk show, but it looks like a very talk show. You see the desk, you see, before they were famous here, you know what I mean? It looks like a talk show thing a little bit, right? So you know what I mean?
I took a lot of inspiration from Canadian television. Canadian television doesn't have access to the stars. Maybe it does on a press junket, but this is pre-Zoom, pre-anything. We always had to talk about Hollywood from Canada. So you were always standing in front of a big, bright studio space with a TV beside you and a jacket on.
Like MTV?
Exactly, everything, right?
MTV, much music.
Exactly.
Right.
So all of those, it was not. I think everyone from Canada knew what I was doing, but people in America were like, "Where is this guy in my backyard? Where is this guy coming from?" But it made a lot of sense. No one was doing it, and no one was treating YouTube like TV. Even still, Mr. Beast treats YouTube as YouTube, and I was just very much like, "Oh, this is going to be TV. I'll get to the finish line. I'll start at the finish line."
Yeah, because you started your channel in 2009.
Yeah, shit.
Right, so it's been, not 20 years, but it's been 14 years.
Yeah.
14 years.
Holy
15?
shoot.
It's been 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
But that's just of you starting your channel.
Wow.
So the fact that you've, grew such a successful channel, you have 3.66 million subscribers, which is absurd to me. I mean, hey man, you've done quite an amazing job for yourself, and you've built a fan base, and and the fact that you do videos on people before they were famous, Heck, like you even kind of did like my own documentary for me, which was nice. You know, like you did the narration and stuff like that, which
we've been friends.
You know, you know, so like we've been talking and stuff throughout the years and just stuff like that, which is great because I get to kind of pick his brain about like the insides and outs of YouTube for someone like who's actually made it pretty like really successful in the business in the website itself.
Yeah,
but in content creation itself, so which is great, you know what I mean? So just to have the opportunity just to sit down, talk to you again, you know.
Yeah, we've had some really good chats, both on camera, off camera. Just what advice I could. I felt like I was your big brother today.
Yeah,
and like, oh, do this, don't do that. I think short content, vertical content is a good place to put your energy because you can put it on so many platforms. But the money is in long form. And we've talked about a lot of these things. You can cut that out if you don't want to share.
No, I'll share. Everything I'm sharing on here, which is fine. So, I mean, well, besides the things that, you know, but I'll share this because I think it's very, it's a lot of information and a lot of information for people just like who want to start their own channels or just whatever, you know. So it's very interesting for them to just sit down, watch whatever, if they watch, you know. So it'll be great. So aside from that, I have a couple other things to ask you. I have 10 questions here. Well, 9.
That's fine.
9.
Go ahead.
So one being, how do you decide which celebrities to feature on the show?
Yeah, that's always been a strange part of it, and it's really, you know, I've been fortunate enough, and I'm not saying the show is what it was, but I still have there's viewers and money, and there's the opportunity to always post. Yeah. That's a luxury, right? Because when you're starting out, it's like, oh, if I could just get views or if I could just get enough money to do this. But for me, it's like, there's too many stars. And like, if you think about like, I could do Tom Cruise every day. But I don't. And I don't even do Tom Cruise. Instead, I do the new rapper or the new Instagram, right? So I think now, and back in the day, I could never do Tom Cruise. I learned early on knowing like a lot of celebrities are inflated press and not really as well liked as we thought. Yeah. Like Katy Perry's latest album flopped. There's a lot of that. Like it's marketing and it's market control, and they're not actually connecting with the youth, which are on TikTok and what. So
exactly. Yeah.
So I found out early on that I needed to do these where are they nows or these afters on Will Smith, Tom Cruise, because kids were not actually that interested in them. They've seen enough. They wanted to know the dirt. And then as things progressed, I'm just, you know, really learning. It's really hard to do a video on Tom Brady because I can't compete with all the sports channels.
No, too many sports athletes.
Yeah, but every year there's a new draft pick. So all those new kids are new SEO, new search engine optimization.
So for example, Victor Wembanyama, if you know who he
is.
We've
done him,
yeah, you did him, you know, so
exactly
7'4", you know, it's crazy. But yeah, sorry, continue.
No, it's just there's ebbs and flows. Like there was a year that TikTok became the Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae, then a million others came after. Yeah. So all of a sudden the show went from YouTubers to TikTok stars, and like there's always something new that perpetuates what's cool and what's popular. And like Bobby Altoff, the podcast people are probably what it is right now. Yeah. I don't know, but that's a big part of the job is just me keeping an eye on the creator economy, and then I pick each day. And the closer I can get the window of picking to the posting, the better the video will do. The timing of what's relevant changes by the minute.
See, because like with YouTube, you've been in the industry for so long. So like you already know the ins and outs of what it's like to be like, you know, like you already know what it takes to like you were talking to me earlier about like if you put an 8-minute video, then you would get the chance to put more ads. Right?
Totally.
So it's like, it's very interesting because like from what I was told, if you upload a 10-minute video from, you know, then it'd be great. You know, then like, depending on the watch time and the viewer, the watch time is more important than viewers. You know, I mean,
I remember when they switched it from, it was early on, around Adpocalypse, they switched it from just clicks to watch time. And that's when like top 10 channels took off because people were watching longer than, I don't know, what
15
vlogging.
minutes.
whatever the like
20 minutes.
Yeah, the base, it cleared out a bunch of people that are probably Twitch streamers now, like ranters. It got rid of them.
Yep. You still have those people though that still kind of rant and stuff like that.
You know what I would say Moist Critical.
I was talking about Moist Critical. Yeah.
But that's
another one.
Those commentary guys. You hit the story, like it's like how fast can you pick your topic and then deliver it because everyone's interest. If you make a low quality show. Yeah, it's the fastest delivery and the most loyal audience. So I know why those channels do well. Yeah, and there's not PewDiePie did that, but he did it with a lot of energy and excitement and creativity.
Yeah, which is, I mean, he's doing very well for himself. I mean, sure, you know, like he kind of retired a little bit from what I've last heard from him. Yeah. You know, but because he has a kid now, he's married. You know, he's been married for a couple years now, whatever. But and then there's Mr. Beast.
I'm in the same chapter of life as PewDiePie without the millions of dollars, and the baby's yet to have been delivered. But anyway, yeah.
But then you know, there's the Mr. Beast thing, which we won't get into.
We can if you want to.
We could, but I don't know much information about that besides about the Chris scandal and stuff.
His show is being filmed in Toronto.
Yes,
and because I'm a college professor now teaching students, so I've gotten some intel because I've sent students to go work on this show. Now, they've all signed documents, so I can't really say
NDAs.
What I've been told. Yep. But then the guy who lives on my street got sent to build the sets. So he's told me a bunch of stuff. So I know all this stuff that everyone, and they only dropped the NDAs after people were telling me. So I was told a bunch of stuff I shouldn't know.
Yeah, but the fact that you know it is great. Obviously, you won't be able to explain it here. Well, you could, because not many people watch.
I know. And by the time this goes up, the show will be live. There's no scandal. There's no dirt.
It'll be going up Sunday.
Oh, cool. Well, whatever. Sunday. It's just, it's a big elaborate thing. It's public knowledge. There's 500 contestants. My friends built 250 bunk beds, meaning half the people will be staying for an extended period of time.
Yep.
I did hear something about trap doors where people fall through from elevated stops, and it's really fun. And Jimmy's really tall and really, really nice and professional. And although there's been so much publicity, he seems to be handling himself with the utmost respect and grandeur and professionalism. And kudos to him. I said off camera to you that if that's all they can dig up on him, he's good to go. I don't think he's done nothing criminal. You know. He's a businessman. Business is cutthroat, and he's wanted to be rich and famous, so he had ambition. I don't know if he was really misogynistic or anything. Like he pushed this guy to do some stuff for 24 hours. I get it. They're operating in an industry that it doesn't have a union and all these rules, but those rules now exist for his Amazon show, and he just pushed the boundaries when they were there.
Oh, he did.
I think if he pushed that kid a little too hard for sure.
Oh, but I've been the one that made the video.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Dog wolf or
the one guy who had the mental health breakdown trapped in the thing. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel bad for him. Yeah. But I've also been through life where I was overworked and underpaid, and that's just life. You know, I don't. If Mr. Beast didn't go in there and whip him, I don't think anyone. If this is as much as they have to cancel him with, I don't think he's gonna go away.
No, and then there's the Chris Tyson thing, which is his best friend. You know,
so what? Though?
That's another thing.
David Dobrik got cooked, and it wasn't. It was his
though, because I didn't hear that about that.
His friend, Dirty Dom. Right?
I did hear about that,
and that ruined David Dobrik. But I don't really. If it's not you, I don't see why everyone tries to cancel people over their associates.
Yeah, correct.
You know,
correct. No, understandable. Yeah, and then there's Dr. Disrespect, who's in his own thing.
Yeah,
which, but.
That's why I'm a married man, Brady. You get a lot of problems solved right there.
Exactly, which is great.
Yeah.
So, what has been the most surprising thing that you've learned about a celebrity's life before fame?
I don't know the out of all of them, but I will tell you something I've realized recently that's just pretty interesting. Yeah. I remember when I did P. Diddy, which he's now they're calling him the Black Jeffrey Epstein, right?
Yeah.
I remember when I did his. There was something eerie about it, and now we're finding out he's 100% linked to killing Tupac and stuff. So
Oh, okay.
When I was a really powerful, cutting edge channel, like making or breaking reputations, and maybe that's my ego talking, but I knew I had a grip on Hollywood.
Yeah.
There was pin drops and crickets when I did P. Diddy. It was like there was some, number one, I couldn't find shit. Like someone had scrubbed all of his history, his like baby photos, his like it was I found it so weird how little there was. And like I'm like, this is a real fluff piece because there's nothing. Everyone else you can find little bits of and this guy was like so secretive. And then I remember the like community and people like watching it because there was no dirt. The video didn't do, say if everything did 500,000, it did 100,000.
Yeah.
And I was like, something's up with this guy that he doesn't want the world to know.
Yeah.
And like, there was a lot of that because the internet was still so young and like people hadn't flushed out like the search words around their name or they hadn't cleaned up their old tweets or whatever. Now it's probably
things.
people are taking it a lot more serious. So anyway, if the question was what was the most interesting, I just remember that one came up as something I looked back on and said, oh, there was something fishy about that guy way back when.
Yeah. Which is interesting. I mean, because you know how people said there's nothing like a party like a P. Diddy party.
Right. Wow.
You know, I mean,
shoot.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, which is, so,
and like, there's, I always question if I went to Hollywood and lived all that stuff. And,
well, you definitely could have.
I know.
Right?
But I was also talking about these people, right? So it was kind of like, do I want to cut off that cash flow to risk it on being friends with everyone?
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I don't know. I'll never know if I made the right decision.
Hey, I mean, honestly, I think you did make the right decision in a way because look at you. You're married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I did the practical smart
like
thing.
you have a successful business and stuff like that, right? So, I mean, it's been working out for you, right?
Yeah.
And also, even if you did go to Hollywood, you'd be paying so much to live there, right?
Yeah,
so
I know I would have had to have tripled my income just to be in the same bracket.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's when I go there recently, it was I found everyone wanted money from me. I'm like, I'm here to do I'm here to interview you.
Yeah,
and then they want money from. I'm like, how am I going to run this? How do you we're going to run all this if you got to produce the show, pay the employees, pay the rent, and then pay the person? I just could and do it every day.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane though. I mean, so like for instance, like let's say if you wanted to interview like Logan Paul or something like that, right? Then like you would probably have to pay him for his time. Or like,
someone got an interview with him to live like this, but a bigger, grander version.
Yeah.
And the idea was it was going to go on Netflix, and it ended up on YouTube. And Logan was pissed.
Oh, I heard that he sued him or something like that.
Something like
I heard about that just recently. That just happened just recently or something. Yeah. I heard about that.
So I'm sure the guy said when Netflix picks it up, you'll get paid, and I'm sure
it might pick it up. But
no,
if not,
it's on it's up on YouTube now. So why would anyone buy it?
I mean, interesting.
Graham Bessinger or something. He said.
No, I heard about that. Yeah.
Netflix didn't want it, but they took a Jake Paul thing. They took a Jake Paul doc, Problem Child, but they weren't interested in the Logan Paul one. Yep. And Logan, obviously he wants everything his brother has and stuff, but like I think Logan has to understand he's done so much, he has so much. Like,
yes,
there's got to be someone who says, "All right, like you're not like Joe Rogan hasn't interviewed him." Like some people you can't have everything.
No, exactly. Do you think that Logan could be a little bit of envious of Jake?
No,
in some way.
No, I don't think so.
No, because they have their own two separate things. Like Jake's in the boxing, Logan has his prime.
If Logan was losing, prime is way
NW for like Jake, right? But
yeah, that's Jake's envy. I think Logan's always been the alpha of the two, and as long as he keeps that, he's always feels he's above him.
Yeah.
Maybe when he got canceled and Jake was Team 10, maybe he was envious then.
Maybe.
As long as he's ahead of him, I think he's happy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to get into this, but I feel like his ego is kind of
a
little bit.
People are canceling him left. I was in the bathroom and I'm like, oh, Prime's getting sued.
I heard about that. Yeah, because there's in my from what I've researched that there was a lot of cancer causing chemicals in Prime.
Yeah.
But I still drink it just because.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
having root beer right now. I'm sure there's a few in there.
Ooh, yeah, everything is cancer in a way, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can't have nothing pure nowadays. You know what I mean? So
I would say there's probably something similar in Red Bull, but Red Bull's friends with the right people that gets cleaned
swept
up
under the rug, whatever.
Logan Paul's a threat to the establishment.
Yeah.
My opinion when I saw that news story, but that's in a whole nother conversation.
Ball game or whatever. Yeah. So, I think I already asked you this. Like, just about like a memorable moments or interaction you've had while researching for an episode. I think I already asked you that.
No, there were some cool things like Little Pump. This is way back.
Little Pump or Little Pimp? No, Little Pump.
I probably did a Little Pimp, but Little Pump. I don't even.
I remember that. Yeah.
I remember and this is like the heyday, 2016, 17, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I would start. Okay, today we're doing Lil Pump. I don't know.
Yeah, didn't Donald Trump kind of extradite him from being in prison or something like that? Like, I remember Donald Trump doing something. I think
he got
on Little Pump.
Kodak Black off. I think.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't remember, but Trump did help someone out. I think it was Kodak. Who knows?
Yeah.
Kodak's big in Florida.
Yeah.
So Pump. Oh, it was so I would be like starting my research for the day on whoever the person is, and then I'd like a few of their posts, and then from that, someone who's like Gucci Gang, like taking over the world, like gets, yo, I love your videos, and like starts DMing me while I'm doing it.
That's pretty cool.
I had a lot of those.
That's pretty cool, man.
And I wasn't too far from where you're at now. Like I was older than you, but I was really becoming just getting my business going, just finding out of like Canadian show business, not having a hope in hell of doing anything with my life. It was all happening very quickly, and Hollywood just felt like a world away. Yeah, and it was on my doorstep overnight.
Yeah, because you were saying how you, if you don't mind me sharing this, you gained 1 million subscribers over like 6 months, which is absurd to me. Like that's crazy. Yeah. So imagine in 6 months you start from zero. You know, having this dream of making like a million or whatever, and then 6 months later.
Dude,
boom!
It happens. Boom! It happens so fast. This puts it in perspective. When they sent me the plaque, I was like, you know what people think of plaques now? Like, I was like, what's this for? What am I gonna do? I didn't even know. I didn't know it came without me even anticipate. Like, I didn't even know about it. Yeah. And then I didn't know what to do with it, and I didn't even cherish it for like 3 or 4 years. I was like, oh, okay, that was so easy. I didn't even like think. Like it happened that fast because now I look at it, it's like, wow, that's probably my Oscar, my biggest accomplishment, right? Yeah. But at the time it happened so fast, I didn't think. I took my mom. I didn't even take a photo. My mom took a photo with it. I was like, I don't care.
Really?
Yeah. Crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy because nowadays it's. I mean, I guess like it depends on like the person. It depends on what they upload or do whatever stuff like that, right? If you make 1 million, that's an accomplishment. Even 100,000. Accomplishment. I feel like in YouTube terms, like they should make something for 50,000.
I know, 'cause it's getting so hard.
It is harder now, but then again, like with the younger generation that just watches YouTube, like I said, it depends on what you upload. It's a little bit harder to get up there or to gain subscribers, but then again, like it all depends. Like people like authenticity. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, man. Like, you know,
it's good. I have a news now. It's tough because sometimes I don't know if I actually like got canceled and someone turned my show off. Yeah. It still ebbs and flows and makes money, and videos can still go viral now. But it just stopped really like trucking. Yep. And so anyway, I have a news channel, and I'll probably I can't. It's at 60,000, and I'm like, I'll probably give up before it gets to 100K. Yeah, I feel like I've just put so many years. Like I don't know if I'll get to 100K there.
Don't say you don't ever will, because you will. You're already at 60,000. You're already like 60% of the way there.
The bad thoughts tell me that maybe it's easier just to start a new one. Like I don't know if this channel works. You know what I mean?
Well, how quick do you think that you can get a channel up to 10K?
I
think
haven't
in your
had to
terms,
do
it could be pretty quick.
I haven't had to do it.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure that
My own Instagram. I got to
That's
12,000, and then I woke up and said I was down to
9,000.
9.
But keep in
And then it
mind,
came back.
he was also before he was at 136, let's say 140,000
I was,
on
yeah.
Instagram when I started following him, and then he had to start a new one, which then got the 130,000, 140,000 got deleted because of stuff, which is crazy to me, and then. But now he's back with a new one, and because he had a lot of famous people following him and stuff like that, which
it was huge. Steve will do it. Would be in the comments. It was big. Mm-hmm. But I had a Facebook with 300,000 disappeared.
Yeah.
My YouTube channels got hacked by a crypto scam.
Really? How'd you get that back? Did you have to pay?
No. Oh, my YouTube. No, because YouTube has great customer service. They take care of their creators, so they recovered it.
Yeah.
But it was my whole business was. And remember, I had all those employees in that studio. Like, the
Yep.
lights were turned off. The cash flow, the whole operation was in limbo for like 48 hours.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So like basically like you just like the person got a hold of your password.
No. It was some crypto
hacker.
Yeah, and then they deleted all my content and ran scams as live streams. And then it broke the terms of service of the channel. So someone went out of their way to destroy before they were famous.
That's crazy. But like you said, luckily that Google took great care. Plus there's a Google in Toronto here too.
I've been there,
yeah. Yeah. I saw it when I was walking down. I was like, I want to go in here, but it's just, because they wouldn't just give tours to anybody. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you gotta be a couple
years to get the invite. COVID also made things a lot slower face to face. So they eventually let me in, I don't know, 2 years ago. And it was really cool just
what was it
meet them.
What was the studio like? Because I remember you going there with Kara, your wife.
Yeah.
And I remember very vividly, you know what I mean? Like, but you tell me, like, how was it like? Like, what was the inside like?
It's super. It's super cool, super modern. All these like cool little crevices of like. Well, you see it in like the movie The Apprentice where they go work the internship where they go and work at Google, and there's all these relaxation booths. And
I remember that. I remember the internship. Yeah. I remember that movie.
But they told me that it's one of the older offices, so there's a big upgrade coming because it did feel a little small.
Yeah, which it is a small building. Right?
No, it's a skyscraper.
It isn't a skyscraper because.
3 floors of a skyscraper or something like that.
3 floors? Okay.
Maybe 2.
Because I don't know the exact address, but I walked down there like last week.
Yeah.
And
you saw the Google.
No, I just saw the Google, like the Google little small sign.
Okay.
I didn't see the big sign
on
the skyscraper.
Yeah,
but
well,
it was
that's
just,
it.
Okay.
Anyway, it's deceiving, but there's a lot of different security and clearances, and it just felt like you were in a tech, the future of offices.
Yeah. And
really nice people, and I met the CEO of YouTube Canada, and very encouraging.
Cool. Girl, woman,
British,
Michelle,
British accent. That was
Michelle.
A guy.
That was a guy.
Yeah,
because I heard that there was a female that was the CEO.
Maybe he's the head of something. I couldn't tell you.
Okay,
for Canada.
You see Canada, not America. So it could be different, right? Canada, then
CEO USA. In America's. Susan passed away.
That's who.
She just passed away. Susan Wojcicki. She just passed away. It's an Indian guy who's now in the lead. Patel something.
Really?
She passed away just last week. Breast cancer.
Oh, wow.
We made a video on her, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't see that video, but wow.
The news never stops, and yes, she is the some people were terrible, bro. They were like saying she's been demonetized.
Wow, that's
terrible.
Crazy. No, because I heard last week. Well, because a few weeks ago I was watching this podcast like on Mr. Beast on like how to do the analytics or like the analytics and stuff like that. Anyways, like he was talking about like Susan, which when you just mentioned it, I didn't really remember her name till now. But anyways, like she was like, no, he was like just talking about Susan and stuff like that. And even Jake Paul did a video with Susan or Logan. Sorry. Like one of the two, like did a video with Susan. It was like, but the fact that you just told me that that's crazy.
I know. She's only 55, I think.
That's crazy.
Breast cancer, I believe.
Wow.
Or definitely cancer. I don't know.
Wow, that's sad.
It is.
Yeah,
it is. She did it. She had the toughest job in like I don't know, the most YouTube. When I remember starting YouTube and saying, there's no way this is going to last. The people, you can't give people this access to like there's bad people out there with guns or with conspiracies, like all this stuff that we're so accustomed now. I'm like, you can't give people this power, but somehow she had to figure out how to let it keep growing and to monitor all that stuff. And I went maybe I got to so big so fast because I'm like, this thing's crazy. YouTube content's crazy. Creators are crazy. There's so much money here to be made. People are going to do bad stuff. I don't think this is going to last. And then she figured Adpocalypse sucked, but it was a way to like weed out the bad actors.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, to me, it's mind-boggling that she passed away because I didn't even know about this. Yeah. I mean, but like I said, she was the CEO of the USA, like YouTube.
I think Google, the whole thing, maybe like globally.
Globally,
maybe.
Yeah. So it's some Batel Guy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he was on a podcast with Colin and Samir.
Yes, you watched them too.
Oh yeah. They're the best. They're not. They're not
big.
I know,
but they're getting, but like I think they have like a million something now.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, they had 1 million. Yeah. This was like a few months ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if they got higher, but
no, they're. I think I had a vision to be something more similar to them than to what I am. But I'm not. I would have had to move to LA. There's 2 of them. There was one of me.
1.48 is what.
They're growing. I read their newsletter every week. It's quite good. The published press. It's got lots of creator news. Mm-hmm. They're doing a very good job. But they're friends with the right people. They have like talent agents, and they have.
They get a lot of big guests in there too.
Yeah, they got a nice studio.
Because I even messaged one of them, being like, "Hey, I'd be down to do like a little vlog, like the same thing what I'm doing here, just to see what they're like, but no response, which is fine. I mean, I get it, whatever. Yeah. Like they're busy, they have their own guest shows. Like I get it, they're busy people. You know what I mean? Like yourself, right? So, but the fact that you made time, so I appreciate it. So, with that being said, how do you handle the research process to ensure the information is accurate when you do your Before They Were Famous videos?
Wow. So my answers are never straight to the point. So I was always really good at research and writing. The problem is that there's a reason PR, public relations, the press, pushing narratives like, some like the CBC is funded by the government, so they're going to be pro-liberal or pro. Whoever's paying the bills, right? Yeah,
exactly.
So like everything's a little tilted with bias, right? So it's not that I ever like I would mispronounce things because people do that, but I would never say anything wrong on purpose. And then I started getting attacked for like having bad. This is really early on. I had and I had probably the best research skills in the game. People are attacking me that I have bad research, but I was actually getting attacked because I wasn't on anyone's. I wasn't covering up scandals. I wasn't being paid to be on someone's team. I had no agenda, and because I was affiliated with no one, I was a threat to some. Because some people are up to some, like, maybe
stuff,
Dr. Disrespect was doing bad stuff, and they were afraid I was going to find it. So they started, discrediting me so that if I did find it, no one would believe it. That was kind of, and I couldn't, you don't understand when you're getting attacked. Like, if someone attacks you in the street, your brain doesn't understand. You just like run, like, I got to survive this, fight back, or flee.
Exactly.
So you're just
fight or flight.
So it takes years to understand why these things are the way they are. But research is just like ChatGPT's changed the whole game. It's just technology changes, the internet changes. So it's like, how do you do it? Every year you have to reinvent how you do it. And some years I hit it home run. Some years I've had to let writers go, or I've had to shorten the videos because they're getting boring. Everything's adapting and trying to improve. Or sometimes I'm just like, I need a break.
No, it makes sense. I mean, quick, because the last time I spoke to you, that was actually when you were going to get married.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you were just going to Vegas, and you were just about to get married.
Wow.
I can tell you the exact date, but
we got married on Valentine's Day, so
exactly. Yeah, so it was like a couple weeks before that, or maybe a week before that that I went to go see you at your
January.
studio.
Wow.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Oh, that's why I was fat. I was plump from Christmas.
Come on now.
I was fat in that photo. I'm like, man, dude, you don't look good. You
Yeah.
get married? Stressed. I was probably lots going on. Your personal life, your family's traveling abroad. COVID was what a pain in the ass.
That's true. Yeah.
And then a studio,
Still COVID
staff,
time.
payroll, content creation, just overworked, overextended. But Vegas was a blast, dude. I brought my parents to Vegas.
Yeah, I saw your wedding video too.
Very,
It was
yeah.
very cute.
Very
too.
well done.
Very
yeah.
well.
My
Yes.
wife's beautiful.
So
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I didn't say it then because you were pre-married. But congratulations.
Thank you,
know what
sir.
I mean, the wedding band on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Married man over here.
I will not be getting canceled for talking to underage. I'm married.
That's
no
crazy.
skeletons here, guys.
No, exactly, which
Yeah.
is great. Moving on to number 6 out of 10. How do you handle the... Sorry, I already asked that question. Okay, have you ever been approached by a celebrity who watched their own episode? Probably quite a few, right? But
Fuck. I don't know. No, I've had some
give me the the top 5. Let's say top 3. Top 3.
meeting them after doing. Okay, just there's a lot of things that come to my mind. A big moment for me was doing Dane Cook and Dane Cook being very upset. It was an after they were famous, not a before they were famous, and chirping me.
Yeah.
But me being like, holy, like Dane Cook was like. Not Jim Carrey, but almost. Like, he was like a fucking movie star to me. Yeah. So to have him chirp me, know me, kind of like react to me, I'm like, this show is making waves. Yeah, yeah. I went to Just for Laughs, which is a big Canada comedy thing in Montreal.
Yeah.
And I walked into the after party or whatever, a beer garden, and Chris D'Elia, who was the headliner, his girlfriend or his date was like, yo, the YouTube guy's here, and everyone turned around, and Chris D'Elia had to come talk to me. So I'm like, essentially, I'm the most famous person here.
Yeah.
And like that night, I met like, you remember the movie? Fuck, I think it's Old School, and some guy singing, and he's like, turn around every time I fucking look at you. And he throws F-bombs in the song.
Yeah, I remember that.
That singer guy, I'm talking to him.
That's crazy.
And he wasn't there was big stars, but that guy, I always thought that singing thing was hilarious. So I met a lot of really famous comedians that weekend, and they all knew who I was. A lot of Hollywood, everyone in Hollywood has watched the show. It's a Hollywood show.
Of course, yeah.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, he met him.
Yeah.
He met him twice or once.
I never met Jake Paul. Logan a few times, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. I really like him. But
Mike Malak.
Oh, he was with him. Yeah. He said he was nice to my face and then yelled some talk shit in the news when I walked away. As I was it's my wedding day. We have the same initials.
Yeah.
Fuck!
And then Michael McCrudden.
Yeah, right. I didn't like when there was another Mike. Yeah. No.
Yeah, you always do that. Boom!
Yeah. But anyway, like, I get it, right? Like, he came on the scene. I'd already done 5 or 6 years, right?
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, you're just a puppy. Whatever.
But he made it big because it was Logan.
Association,
way,
yeah.
right?
And the industry had been established, so that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
I remember Bradley Martin.
Yes, you met Bradley
DMing,
Martin?
No, but he would. I like cool guy. He would.
Big guy. He's like 6'6". He says he's 6'6" or something like that. Tall guy, but
what I think he's a sweetheart.
260 pounds or something like that. You know, big guy.
So so before he was just a fitness guy. He wasn't friends with everyone.
Yeah.
Kind of on his own.
Yeah.
I interviewed him. He answered all my, and I got like the exclusive. He never like told people his father passed away, killed himself. So it was like it gave me I had a viral video using his information, and he was really nice. And then I remember I was like on a trip to Vegas, and we were chatting or something. Anywho, then I didn't want to like repeat the same video again because it kind of. So he started going viral because Steve will do it. Say he sells drugs. So I did Bradley Martin before they sell drugs.
That would have been a big killer.
That went viral too, right?
I bet it did.
And he wasn't as friendly with. And I'm like, bro, I could take it down. He's like, I don't fucking do drugs, right? I'm trying to be in on the joke.
Yeah.
Because it's like a living meme.
It's a meme.
Yeah. I'm thinking he's probably done something, but the drugs Steve's accusing him of are like, pushing fentanyl on kids, right? So it was all fun. It's funny.
Or cocaine or whatever.
Yeah. And the guy's squeaky clean. So I've been around all of this, but the Canadian thing and the COVID thing just kind of kept everything more of like in the DMs than face to face.
Yeah. But the fact that you've talked to these people and stuff like that is pretty amazing. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like it's like to Logan Paul, I bump into him, and I know I'd put on some weight around the time of my wedding, whatever. But he's like, "Why do I know you?" And I'm like, And he's like, "No, I know your face." Like, what's up? I'm like, "Don't make me do it." He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "What's going on, guys?" He's like, "You're fucking Michael McCrudden." And like for him,
before they were famous guy.
He knew to know the proper pronunciation of my last name. I'm like, everyone knows.
Yeah, I can just imagine him doing those reenactors of what you just did.
Right.
I can just see.
He can do it.
Yeah.
I think I met Lana Rhodes on that or another Vegas trip.
Yeah.
They're all
you met Lana Rhodes and you were explaining.
Yeah. She gave me. She's not a fan of mine.
No, I mean, what you kind of see, she can be a little, not bratty, but,
she's angry.
That's not my business.
She's angry at someone. Maybe it's because my name's Mike M. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Like Mike, yeah. Same thing, same name.
Right. Well.
Hey, makes sense.
Yeah.
So, what challenges have you faced in growing the channel and keeping the content fresh?
Yeah, so I call it swimming upstream. Everyone wanted it's easy to float downstream, which is people when I got on it, it's easy to become famous on the internet. Like you wanted to be 2015.
Oh, back then, yeah.
There was like I remember doing guys
Natali.
like Pretty Boy Fredo. He reviewed sneakers, became famous. Like there was a lot of people that just overnight famous, and then I'm like, I'm gonna play the long game and make a business on this telling the story of ever. So it felt like I was doing a lot more work than just being famous, but making a business called Before They're Famous. There's a lot of effort. Yep. Obviously, there's highs and lows, and from the beginning, 15 to 2020 was like its glory years, and it kept growing. Yep. And then it kind of fell down, right? Yeah. So it's like I think 10 years is a pretty good life cycle. Most businesses fail within the first year, and it still keeps going because there's always new stars. But it's always been challenging because the technology changes, people's interests change, the audience changes. The worst thing of all is that to me is the tampering. I'll never know for sure if someone, shadow banned, like because of all those attacks. I always I lose sleep over who was it or how did they, And there's been a lot of really. You want to wake up and get good news, and there's been probably since the on the way down, there's been so many more days of like negative stuff, just so many things have been attacked or deleted that it can't be a coincidence. Someone's trying to shut down, shrink my business, and no one's trying to grow it. By me.
Which, I mean, it sucks that that's happened. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you lose sleep over it and stuff like that. I mean, what can you do? People just try to ruin anybody's success. Yeah. I mean, in this type of industry or content or what I mean? It's just,
I'm fortunate in the sense that I was prepared, right? Because I knew being a Canadian entertainer that life's not going to be an easy one. So I was like, okay, well, if people get sick of this, I'll do the rich life, and if all goes to shit, I'll just do the where are they nows. Yep. So I had strategies, right?
Or there's another one that you have, which is Before They Were Gone.
Wow, I still do that. Yeah, and then that got attacked. So I'm getting attacked on the technological side, but I got criticized by the creators for being a greedy cunt or whatever.
Yeah.
By people that are putting no money into their production, beating everyone else to the story just to to criticize. So I never agreed that what I did was immoral or all that bad. I think people are pissed that I hit trending.
Yeah.
And I.
Well,
you know,
fuck them. Fuck what people think, man.
Yeah,
just
tough.
do your thing, man.
It's tough.
I mean, like you've done your thing since 2009.
Right.
So the fact that that people are criticizing you for making a story or just making it big and stuff, like they're just jealous because I get that you're not feeding. That's not the right proper word, but you're maybe not capitalizing on their name. Which I don't want to say capitalizing.
No, I understand.
Like
it's
you know
the
what
news.
I mean? Sorry, that you're making a news article on these people, which is the more precise word. That you're making a news article on these people and you're capitalizing, not in like a way to.
Listen, if a business doesn't make a profit, it's going out of business. So you have to make $1. Or else
no, I get it.
You can't get out of bed. You got to pay for that bed. Yeah. So I don't care. Capitalizing, sure, it sounds evil, but it's just business.
But that wasn't the right proper term that I
wanted
wanted to use. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to try a better term to use.
Yeah. Well, I think
you know what I mean.
That also goes to if people were out to make sure I didn't get any further ahead, and that's all they got. You know what I mean? Like how many male creators have been caught being pedophiles, countless now.
We call them PDFs.
So they almost had to fabricate something to cancel the Canadian guy. Yeah, and that's kind of why I never moved to Hollywood because I'm like, geez, I'm not even there yet.
Well, that's like the
they're
PDF
already
Central.
trying to kill me. Oh,
in a way, right? Why I call them PDFs?
Yeah,
just because I don't that
that's
word.
Smart. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we call them PDFs in this generation.
It's smart. PDF files. Oh my God! It rolls off the tongue.
Right?
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean.
Wow, I am getting old. That I'm not in on that.
Hey, no, you're good. It's okay. You learn from me, but then there's even more slang from the younger generation. I'm 26, but there's younger slang, slang and stuff too.
I gotta get reproducing ASAP.
Exactly.
Just to stay young, yeah.
It's okay, but then by the time you have a child and stuff like that, or children, then it's gonna be newer slang.
Oh,
right. So, I mean,
yeah.
Question 8 out of 10. How do you see the future of the show evolving as the entertainment industry changes, as in YouTube?
I knew YouTube was the new television back as soon as I looked at the analytics. TV had to wait 3 months to get the ratings. This was instantaneous. People can watch globally. I'm like, this is gonna clean up as long as they get rid of all the bad actors, whatever.
True. Yep.
So now it's here and it's established. I thought there would be more marriages between Fox buys PewDiePie or ABC buys Philip DeFranco
or CBC or whatever. Yeah,
or
CTV.
Entertainment Tonight buys Michael McCrudden.
Yep.
I thought there would be more merges and marriages.
Yep.
And I think YouTubers got so far ahead that these companies can't actually afford to buy them. Why would H3 work for Howard Stern when they're probably as rich as him by now? Philip DeFranco is probably richer than Anderson Cooper, who works for Fox. Trisha Paytas is too expensive to work for Pamela Anderson or whoever the hell whatever she is. I don't know, extra. I don't know what she does everything. But that's my example. Is I thought there'd be more marriages and mergers, but it just seems like the creator way is the way it is, and Paramount, all I hear is bankruptcy, and all the big behemoths are crashing. So I thought I'd be working for TMZ, but be the Canadian arm or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just shocked that it's no. Once you've got your own business that's profitable, that's about as good as it gets. Mm-hmm. And I thought it would be. I didn't think that would be the end result.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to join parties with someone more powerful than myself because just making the you want to put all if you're a content creator, you want to make all the content. You want to get stuck doing accounting and legal and PR and all that. That's where you get a big media company to take care of all that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's my answer, but I don't know if that answer.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a big question. Not really. What advice would you give someone wanting to start their own own online show or channel?
Dun dun dun. Don't ask me to help you for free. Someone asked me the other day. I'm like, why would I? Hello, I'm starting this show I'm really passionate about. Can you give? I'm like, why the fuck would I want? Like, I'm not excited for you. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
I did that 10 years ago.
Yep.
Why the fuck would I be
excited
and then
for
they were
you?
like,
Yeah,
well, if it blows up, I'll give you a percentage. And I'm like, why the
For
fuck
why
would I
would you do that?
Why would I do this? I couldn't believe it. And they treated me like, but you've got some ego. And I'm like, you're not making these. Why are you telling me about this? Because it's of no interest to. You know what I mean?
I know, I get it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I
but,
guess that answers the question. That answers the question.
Okay.
I mean,
Good. There we go. No, I teach. I picked up. I got offered a job as a college professor, and I haven't had a job within the system, meaning like,
school system, whatever.
Like government. It's not a government job, but it's kind of like, I have a boss and there's a chair and a like there's, I wouldn't go poop in the woods now because I'm like, well, I have a boss.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've never had like a white collar job.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it. I enjoy it. I meet new students every 3 months or 4 months. There's a new class, and I get to see people who have passion and aspire to make content and stuff. So I teach them everything I can, and some of them are I've seen some really talented people that could likely go and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And some people I'm kind of like, I don't know if they have what it takes.
Yeah.
But that's like anything, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that answers the question.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. Who's on your wish list for future episodes with and why? Now, I guess that's a little bit hard to answer, but this, like I said, this is all ChatGPT.
That's fine.
You know what I mean?
No,
so
I would have loved to have done something with Zach Galifianakis. Like, I like he's the you know him from The Hangover, the bearded fat guy.
Yeah, him. Yeah, okay.
Like I was more into. I would have loved to have done kind of like Bobby Altoff's podcast.
Yes,
but
she could have been a bitch to you.
What?
I said she could have been a bitch to you.
She was nice to me.
Oh, she was nice to
she
you,
made me blur out her children's faces. No problem. We did it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was nice to me. She follows me on Snapchat.
Yeah. There you
go. We're in the same wheelhouse. I've made some money off her.
Off her name?
Did she sleep with Drake or not?
Yeah.
But so she's interviewing all like Joe Siwa, right? Like I have
Joe Siwa.
She's 21. I'm 38. I don't even think a man my age and her age should be in the same room.
No,
like it's just
creepy. In my opinion, not creepy, but it's just like, well, why would you? Or even like to me. Yeah, maybe. But then again, it's just like to me, like I guess to me, like if for a host like yourself, I get that you want to document or do like videos of people who are relevant or just like things that are relevant, right?
Yeah.
Just to keep the the business thing and whatever. But like I don't know, man. Like, I mean, JoJo Siwa's. I mean,
I'll give you even better examples. And I remember this is probably at the
not
height,
my thing, but
the height of my career. 3 of the most famous people were Cash Me Outside, Lil Tay, and Woah Vicky. And I'm like,
Lil Tay. Speaking of Lil Tay,
I don't want to talk to any of these people. I was happy to do my show from afar.
Yeah.
And like, I was kind of pissed that I'm like, this is what I've got all this viewership and potential.
Yeah.
And I'm forced to talk about this garbage.
Did you also hear though? I'm sure you already covered this in one of your news videos. Did you hear about that Lil Tay faked her death or faked something like?
Her brother would like send me these. Like I was like one of their 3 people they would bring these stories to.
Yeah.
I remember I think we did a fake death and then the comeback, and then she dropped a music song, and she's probably on it.
Oh, that's crazy. How old
I
is
think
she?
she's 18 or something.
That's no.
I don't know.
Why would she? Ugh.
I don't know if that's factual. I didn't pay too much attention.
Yeah.
But then she's like, you losers are still doing the same thing.
No.
And I'm like, she's talking about me.
Well, no. And then she's like, you're all broke when I got money.
Yeah, but she was doing that in the beginning.
Well, that's true, but it's just like it's not a good.
It was so
it's not.
stupid.
It's cringe to me.
It was
like,
so bad.
It was. It's just, but
Jake Paul was cringe.
hey, back in the day, yes.
Tekashi.
Tekashi, yeah,
This
6ix9ine.
shameless fame, and I never was. I put too many years prior into like wanting to like taking acting classes and script writing and doing actually making something. Like I did have to water down and dumb myself down and do what I had to do because this was the time for me to get ahead.
Yeah.
And I would have liked to have made videos with Zach Galifianakis, Dane Cook.
Yeah.
The people that I liked growing up that were 10 years older than me would have been John Hamm. I would love to have fucking made a fake dating show with John, like I don't know what it would have been, right? Or like who can smoke and drink more, me or John Hamm?
Honestly, I thought about doing a little dating show. Like, just like, giving them like a little contract to sign saying like, hey, like you would be on camera, blah, 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 blah. Just like going out with the Deanster, which is cringe, or going out with Brady, blah, 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 blah. Kind of like how Cash Cab was, you know what I mean? But something just like along those lines, but it'd be so cringy, right? But like, anyways.
Blind Date was a popular show in my...
Blind Dating, yeah?
Do you remember that show?
No.
I'm Roger Lodge. No one is gonna know it's dated, but it's
okay. I'm gonna clip it.
Yeah, I'm Roger. Actually, this is his set looks just like the Before Their Famous set.
Oh yeah.
And when I was in college and I'd go to the bars, girls would be like, everyone like had a fake name. If I don't know why, whatever. I would just go, I'm Roger Lodge. And some girls would be like, okay. And some girls would be like, oh my God, that's so funny. I used to watch that. But it's like I became YouTube's fucking Roger Lodge. Everyone knew the Before Their Famous guy, like everyone knew the Blind Date guy. Back to you, Brady.
Yeah. So, like, do you remember Roger Moore?
I know the name.
Sorry, not Roger Moore. I'm thinking of like the James Bond actor.
Yeah.
But there was this guy that used to wear like a cardigan, but they called him Mr. Roger.
No, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. Tom Hanks played him in a movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, neighbor. Would you want to be my neighbor? We're feeding the goldfish.
Was he
a pedophile? No.
No, not a pedophile, but like gay.
No, married.
No, married.
They couldn't find. He's like Mr. Beast. There is no skeletons on that guy. He's actually just a church-loving, good-hearted man.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. And Canada had a Mr. Dress Up, similar story. Good guy.
Yeah.
Even back then they were doing better background checks than they do on YouTube now.
Makes sense. Well, because with all the people coming,
yeah.
I mean, it's the time where people are coming out, apparently, right? So.
Oh, everyone's a little something. Someone told me I was getting my hair cut, or something. They're saying the kid. Oh no, it was Russell Peters on a podcast saying,
"Oh, Russell Peters, yeah, I know Russell
kids
Peters,
these days, it's not cool to be just vanilla. Like I'm just straight. They're like, what? You got to be." Something, and like I don't know. It's not my generation.
Let's end this in a good, fashionable way.
That's a good dark turn, isn't it?
That was a good dark turn.
Shit.
But yeah, I don't think I should have said that. But yeah, man. So just, no, it's good. Don't be sorry. It's not good. Well, it's good. Shit happens.
No, let's wrap it up.
But yeah, anyways, okay, give it a second, just so we can, Any closing remarks or anything like that to where we can, just end this great podcast?
No, I hope people, if anyone's watched this to the end, you're obviously a big supporter of Brady here. The kid's been in my DMs and popping up in my life for 3 years now.
3 years, yeah. 3 years, yeah.
But a lot of people come up to you, I want to be a YouTuber. They last a couple of weeks. The guy's obviously got a lot of heart. He's put a lot of time and energy into his schooling, into his equipment, and he really wants it. So I think he's the type who's not going to give up. So he's here at my house. He's I bet you he'll return in 2 years. So I think you should follow and subscribe because he's so young. He's got another
26. I'm not young. I'm pushing 30, bro. I'm pushing
He got 15 years till he's me. So 15 years of content, kids. So subscribe, give him a follow. There you go.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Anyways, thank you so much, Michael McCrudden, for the opportunity, for just the time, even your time, just to be here.
We had a little technical difficulty there. You might have missed some footage, but we are going to refilm the outro.
Perfect. Anyways, thank you, Michael McCrudden, for having me. It's been a fantastic day, with lots of footage filmed, which you will see tomorrow, which is Monday. But anyways, guys, this has been your boy Brady Dean. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
And there's 15 years till this guy's my age. So you got a lot of content from him to watch for many a year. Give him a follow, subscribe. McCrudden out. Boom!
Cheers.